in like 2022, Meek Mill tweeted, who this?
Yeah.
I need to bring him out my Wells Fargo show. 20,000 people.
What?
I never performed a day in my life, bro. I act like I didn't even see that tweet.
This is Sound of My City with Remy Martin. I'm sitting down today with the Grammy Award-winning artist who has hits with Lil Baby, DJ Khaled. He even has a platinum single of his own. This man has been working hard for a long time, and they say that success doesn't happen overnight, but today is the day because we got Fridayy here with us. How you feeling, brother?
What's up, bro? I like that introduction.
Of course, we had to do it right for you.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into a little bit of Remy Martin. We're gonna understand the base of the cocktail that we got coming a little bit later. How that sound?
Sound good, let's get it.
All right, let's give this Remy a try. Cheers.
Yeah.
What I'm getting on this is a lot of brown sugar.
I definitely taste the vanilla. It go left over the sweetness, so it's like a little smoother.
So you say this is something that you would reach for?
For sure, yeah. I ain't like 3 bottles when I dip.
I think we can take care of that for sure. I want to talk about the foundation of you as an artist. How did your family really help you kind of get your musical chops together?
I grew up in the music, you know, my dad was a pastor. It was just a natural thing. We had a piano in the crib. He would force us to be in band. He just wanted us to do something other than like be outside the streets, you know what I'm saying? But I fell in love with it at a young age, so it was natural. Like I was singing in church like 10 years old. Time went by. My cousin Marco introduced me like to the studio. Learning from church, being able to play every instrument, it was very easy for me like to produce and record myself and write. From there, I really did it like every day. To this day, you know what I'm saying? I was grinding.
No days off, that's crazy. All right, so talking about the Remy Martin, I mean, it's called V.S.O.P because this one right here has been aged for 4 years. That's kind of like yourself. You've been maturing and getting better as an artist. Can you tell me a little bit about the journey developing into the star that you are now?
Me and my brothers moved out to LA from Philly. We had like $4,000 and we just really seen how hard it was. There's so many talented people trying to be an artist, you know what I'm saying? And during that time, I met my manager, Edgar. He was like, yo, you should try to be a songwriter. This might be an easier way. And I tell artists this every day, like, if you don't got no motion, no labels really don't want to sign you. They don't want to mess with you.
Sure.
If you know how to write songs, and then you tell an executive, I got 10 hooks for your artist, that's how I start working on like Sway Lee, Chris Brown. And then I had my relationship in there, and that's how like God Did came.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about God Did in a second. But I see my man D back here. He's working on our cocktail, really building it up. This one's gonna be called The People's Champs-Elysees, paying homage to the French heritage of Remy Martin. And then you, the people's champ of Philadelphia. Like, the people are really rocking with you out in this city. I wanna raise this glass to you. You created a platform where you could put your passion right next to your faith. You showing people in this city that they could do it too. So this is to you and your success.
Thank you, bro.
Of course.
Good.
So the thing about a good cocktail is that it brings a lot of different elements together. And that's definitely the thing about your music too. You're blending compa, Afro beats, gospel. Do you feel like it was a point of yours to really be versatile on this album and show that you could do all those styles at once?
When God Did came out, it was like, damn, this the spiritual boy, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, nah, that's not. I just believe in God, but I ain't that boy, like, you know what I'm saying? So I came out, gave a Little Baby Forever, something for the ladies. And then I go to Sake Afro Beach. I always want to go left when people try to box me in. And that's why I feel like I got this fan base that I do.
Yeah, exactly. What do you feel like the best representation of Philly is? Like, what would you say is the style of the city?
The best rappers, freestylers, lyricists. They'll never change off that. That's what people look at Philly for.
So as we continue to get into this cocktail, we got the little twist of lemon right here. What's your favorite genre to put your own twist on?
I would say R&B the most because I could really sing and I could really switch the flows up, give you a melodic rap.
Now, I'm curious too, talking about twists. Is it true that you wanted to sign the OVO at a certain point?
That's like when I was a kid though.
Okay, I get you.
That was like a dream of mine. Like just cause everybody that I grew up listening to that's left was like from Toronto in a way. Like I'll say Weeknd, Drake, Party Next Door, and Tory Lanez.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These all people I looked up to where I could be like, they sound is different.
Yeah.
And I could kind of like categorize myself somewhere over there.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
Yeah.
The reason I asked about that is because I feel like it must have been a cool twist for you when Drake sampled your song on For All the Dogs. What was your reaction to that right there?
It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's like my dream collaboration. I was getting dressed for the VMAs and I got a phone call, somebody from his team like, yo, Drake got sample your song. Like, can he clear it? I'm like, hell yeah, you could clear it. You know what I'm saying? That's a blessing, bro. When I met that, it was love too.
Okay, I like that a lot. Now, when we talk about the elements in this cocktail, we also got to talk about the Genepi that's in here.
Yeah.
What it does in a cocktail is like a bridge. It holds all the sweetness and the bitter notes together.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like somebody that kind of held you down was Jay-Z when he made sure that you ended up on the God Did record. Can you talk about how that song came about?
At the time, I was a songwriter. I wasn't even an artist. I was on Instagram just watching Khaled say God Did. I was up that time in my life. Every time he would say, like, God believe in us, like, you gotta keep going, it would just touch my heart.
Yeah.
So I made a hook. Eddie started looking out the window. He like, I'm about to text this to Khaled. I was like, you got Khaled's number? Text it to him the next day. He like, this a movie. I need this on my album. This was supposed to be an interlude.
Wow.
And like 3 days later, he was like, no, I got like 3 rappers on that joint. Yeah. Word around was they was trying to get other people to sing the hook. And which is normal as a songwriter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You almost expect that.
Yeah, you expect that because I got like, I think at the time I got 2,000 followers on Instagram. I don't even got like a real song out. Jay-Z was just like, nah, we need this. We need him on the hook. I feel hungry. I feel where you coming from. Nobody could really sing it like him. When I saw him at the Grammys, he told me the same.
Yeah.
He said, you know, I fought for you, right?
Man, that's crazy. That's great validation right there. I feel like we should get a little bit deeper about one of my favorite songs, the city's favorite song, honestly, which is Proud of Me. I just feel like you got one of the best verses of Meek's entire career on that record right there. It gives me chills every time I listen to that.
Sure, yeah.
So what was the process like of creating that song, and how did you get Meek on that record?
In 2022, he tweeted like, who this?
Yeah.
I need to bring him out my Wells Fargo show. I never even performed. I was ignoring it. And like my brother's like, get on that stage, you know what I'm saying? So I retweeted it, boom. And then he brought me out, 20,000 people. So he stamped me then. So we've been locked in a little bit, especially like making music. And then my dad passed away like, say like a year and a half ago. I dropped a song called Without You. And he posted it like, yeah, I lost my dad too. Like this touching me. You know what I'm saying? So we was building off that. So I knew like that was a special topic for him.
For sure.
When I was in my basement making Proud of Me, I called him, I played it for him, get bobbing his head and all that. I'm like, yeah, he about to this joint up. Pulled up on him, he like, y'all got writer's block. He couldn't find nothing for like 2-3 hours.
Wow.
Like in the booth, just like getting frustrated really. You know what I'm saying? And then he snapped on the engineer, he was like, yo, don't let them hear me in the room, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mute me out there, let me lock in. He was in the booth for like 10 hours.
I didn't even know there was so much energy going into it, but you feel it in the end product. Like
For
that
sure,
song is
was
special.
He spoke on that topic, but not like a full song. You know what I'm saying? Where he could just spill it all out. I feel like the music I make, it's like, it opened up a vulnerability, which a lot of artists don't give.
It's true. Now, the last element that's in here is gonna be the bitters. What do you feel like is really the beauty that comes from a bitter place like Philly?
You gotta be strong like to make it out. Because even if you try to be different in Philly, they're gonna call you weirdo. For you to be like, I'm not a street, I just wanna stay in the studio 12 hours a day, you gotta have a strong mentality. So the strongest people make it out.
Yeah, that explains why you made it out, you know what I'm saying? I think we need to get into the speed round. So I just wanna ask you a couple of quick questions. Who's the king of R&B right now?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown, period, easy, done, right? Is there anybody else that you feel like is in your generation of R&B artists whose voice you take seriously?
Leon Thomas, Party Next Door, Kalani definitely, Jasmine Sullivan.
You also got a song called Need You. It's in Creole though. What's the word for that?
It's called V.S.O.P.
Boom.
Yeah.
So what would you say that you need in a woman?
Understanding, patience, and just the main thing, respect.
You got the big record, Proud of Me.
Yeah.
What do you feel like you're proudest of in your career right now?
Seeing the next person able to win, get a deal, you know what I'm saying, feed their family.
So what do you feel like is the biggest change that you've seen since you became famous?
As soon as you make it, got like a business idea, shit like that. You see another dream change, like, I want to start a podcast, bro. Like, can I interview you?
That's funny. One last question, maybe a little bit more personal, but what do you think your father would be most proud of looking at your career right now?
My pop was smart as hell, like, you know what I'm saying? So, coming from Haiti, he would help a lot of people come from Haiti.
For sure.
He would like give people the education that they didn't know. Him seeing me give back and be able to put people in position to help, he'd be like, damn, you know.
That's beautiful. We couldn't come through Philadelphia without giving you a gift. So we got you this custom coaster right here representing Sound of My City and Remy Martin.
Thank you, man. Special.
Okay, so we started off a little bit earlier. You know, I raised my glass to you, celebrating your career.
Yeah.
I really want you to kind of look down the barrel of that camera right there and talk to the city of Philly.
City of Philadelphia mean everything to me, you know what I'm saying? This is where I was born. Fell in love with music, you know what I'm saying? People like Boys and Men, Music Soul Child, Meek Mill. If you listen to my music, you get all that. You get the soul, you get the bars. I'll never leave far from it because it feel like home. It's your boy Fridayy. I'm with the sound of my city with Remy Martin on UPROXX. Let's get it.